Yo, what up, scholars? This is Kostasakis with the Banana Wars. Shout out Miss Eichman. Shout out Obama. Let's begin. To get started, we're in the 1900s. United Fruit Company, Vaccaro Bros, and Cuyamel, they're these like banana companies, and they're running an absolute monopoly train in Central America. And the U.S. is absolutely riding with it because, they're getting their bananas. They're enjoying these bananas. Yeah, these three companies, they're like the three supervillains. So, fast forward to the 1910s, Honduras gives a land grant to the Vaccaro Bros, and this pisses off Sam Zamora, the CEO of Cuyamel. So naturally, what he does here is overthrow the Honduras government, as one does. And the U.S. says to this, like, yo, what about our bananas? Like, come on, man, you can't just do that. But thankfully, Zamora installed his best buddy, Manuel Bonilla. And he's like, no, we'll just keep sending you even more nanners. And the U.S. is perfectly chill with that because, nanas. But now, they're broke. Like, Central America is broke. Just like Falcons the playoff season, just absolute trash. So, what these companies do is they come together and like, all right, we're going to industrialize Central America. So we're talking railroads, canals and roads, telephone lines, unfair wages, electricity, radio towers, real capitalist, like real industrial revolution, good stuff going on here. But with capitalism, if you did not invest in one of these banana companies, you were broke. But if you did, you were upper 5%, you were balling, you were chilling. So, overview of the 1920s, only substantial things that really happen here. Cuyamel gets bought out by United Fruit Company, but somehow the old CEO, Sam Zamora, seriously, remember this name, he's going to come up a lot. He somehow becomes the new CEO of the UFC because the old one mysteriously died, stuff happens. And the Vaccaro Bros renamed themselves to Standard Fruit. And now, fast forward to 1944, Guatemala gets a democratic revolution with Juan Jose Arevalo, the new leader. And Arevalo just gives them the absolute metaphorical shaft. I mean, fair stuff like minimum wage and universal suffrage, real villain stuff. Like, who would ever think to do this? So naturally, Sam Zamora gets absolutely pissed again because, this is starting his company, it's starting his business. So, rather than overthrow Guatemala, this time, he goes to the U.S. and he's like, yo, Arevalo's a communist. A U.S. just, if you know what's going on at this time, we're talking Red Scare, we're talking communism, really scary stuff. And Eisenhower being the president at this time is, oh buddy. And he shows Guatemala why we don't have free healthcare anymore. Absolute takeover of a democratically elected leader, containment policy, commie, all that stuff. So, Guatemala is now ruled by U.S.-backed dictators who also really love the banana companies because capitalism for a while. And now, moving on to the present. In 1991, Standard Fruit renames itself to Dole Fruit Company, and United Fruit Company renames itself to Chiquita Banana. So for those of you who are putting two and two together, this implies that Chiquita Banana is the kingpin of bananas and also a ruthless tyrant who overthrew two governments and casually got away with it. Moving on to 1996, Guatemala finally gets a real leader, like one that isn't U.S. backed and a dictator. So they're bomb. And yes, I would like to restate that Chiquita Banana casually got away with all of this. And by the way, those bananas are actually still really good. Can't even complain. So now, why should this be taught in apush? Well, my answer to that, it has a tie-in with so many themes that we learned in apush. It's too many to count. We're talking monopolies, Gilded Age, Red Scare, U.S. containment policy with the world during the Cold War. And also, we did study the containment within Guatemala, and this plays right up into it because that's why it happened. And, yeah, monopolies. Thank you for watching.